who has Jeffrey Epstein's
Black Book?
Black Book?
It's about a minute long. It's a compilation of Kash Patel doing podcasts over the last year or two. And I just want you, as you watch this, to note the difference in the way he speaks, the sort of clarity and off-the-cuffness and everything else, versus sort of the stodgy, stiff, and actually the people on the Democrat side don't even go on podcasts, but sort of like the fake version of what they tell you about everything. And listen to a guy who's just kind of telling you how he sees the world. Take a look.
Anyway, the other thing that I put in the book that I recommended the boss to do hits on this. We need a 24/7 declassification office.
Yes.
Rolling papers out 24/7. And not just like JFK and not just 9/11. You're talking to the guy that's read the whole 9/11 report and those 7 pages that people talk about. But I believe, as like the guy who is an intel guy who believes wholeheartedly in the classified system of information, I believe that it has been over-abused by these corrupt officials in government to hide the truth and enact more corrupt activities. So I'm not saying it's not there. Who are you going to get that?
Who, for instance, who is currently holding, this is way off the topic, but who has Jeffrey Epstein's
Black Book?
Black Book?
FBI.
But who? That is, I mean, there's...
that's under direct control of the director of the FBI. Just like the manifesto from the Nashville school shooting of the Catholic school. We still haven't seen that, right? It's not the Nashville police or PD saying we don't want this out. The FBI airmailed into that operation and said this is not getting out. Because they do that because this is another government gangster operation. All these local law enforcement communities get funding from the DOJ and FBI for local programs. And if you don't cooperate, you're not getting your $1 million for this, and you're not getting and that's a lot of money to these local districts. That's how they play the game.
You know, it's the same thing with Epstein's list. It's like, what the hell are these Republicans doing?
I saw you
give out the list.
I saw you make news this morning about that. I got to get to that.
Yeah.
You say that the FBI has Epstein's list. They're sitting on it. That doesn't seem like something you should do. You're protecting the world's foremost predator. That seems like an evil thing to do, regardless of who may be embarrassed in the release of that list. Why is the FBI protecting the greatest pederast, the largest scale pederast in human history?
Simple, because of who's on that list. You don't think that Bill Gates is lobbying Congress night and day to prevent the disclosure of that list? And why is it that the Senate, you know, and good for Senator Blackburn to try to get it out, but then Dick Durbin comes over the top and says, no, we're not going to release the names. I don't care about the list itself, but if release the names, right? What the hell are the House Republicans doing? They have the majority. You can't get the list. You're going to accept Dick Durbin's word or whoever that guy is as to who is on that list and who isn't, and that it can and can't be released. Put on your big boy pants and let us know who the pedophiles are. We have an election coming up, and we need to adjudicate this matter at the polls. God knows the FBI and DOJ aren't going to do anything. But how are you going to reward the FBI with a new headquarters building after their illegal surveillance on Donald Trump continues with a reauthorization of FISA, and we can't even get basic documents out? This is why America hates Congress. And this is why I'm tired of the Republican majority saying they're going to get the job done and failing.
The biggest problem the FBI has come out of its intel shops. I'd break that component out of it. I'd shut down the FBI Hoover building on day one and reopening the next day as a museum of the deep state. And I'd take the 7,000 employees that work in that building and send them across America to chase down criminals. Go be cops. You're cops. Go be cops. Go chase down murderers and drug dealers and violent offenders. What do you need 7,000 people there for? Same thing with DOJ. What are all these people doing here? Looking for their next government promotion, looking for their next fancy government title, looking for their parachute out of government. So while you're bringing in the right people, you also have to shrink government.
All right, so the reason I wanted to show you that compilation is here's a guy who clearly can go on podcasts and speak off the cuff. He has information, right, via his previous gigs. And he's basically saying, man, this whole thing is so deeply corrupt. There was a line in there that I particularly liked, which is he says he believes in classification. It's just that it's been abused. So you might make an argument. I think you can make a legit argument. The government has to have some secrets. It has to be able to have, you know, a spy somewhere across the world. And there is some reason for some level of classification and secrecy. I think most thoughtful, mature people would view that. But what he's saying is this thing has become abused. Why is it the Epstein list? Why is it that that Jeffrey Epstein dies in jail and the cameras went out and all that kind of thing. And then Giselle Maxwell, she's still in jail, right? She's currently still in jail. So they're the ones, they were the pimps in this thing, but all of the people who were banging all of the underage kids, or God knows what else was going on there, why did no one go after any of them? And why would the FBI be hiding that?
Grandfathers, husbands, dads, I'm talking to you in moments of emergency. You don't have time to hesitate. Whether you're deep in the wild hunting, combating a natural disaster, or camping off-grid, you need to be prepared for anything life throws your way. The Wellness Company's Field Emergency Kit is the most robust personal urgent care at home, giving you the edge when seconds count. Packed in an IP67 military-grade, waterproof, and dust-proof case, this kit isn't just built tough, it's built to save lives. Inside, you'll find life-saving antibiotics, antivirals, anti-parasitic, non-addictive pain relief, and even a generic EpiPen. With over 60 conditions covered, this kit stands ready when medical help is miles away or simply not an option. Each kit includes an 85-page medical guide written by the Wellness Company's medical board, guiding you step by step to handle emergencies with confidence. Designed for adventurers, survivalists, and anyone who refuses to leave their safety to chance, gear up with the Field Emergency Kit today. Because when the unexpected happens, you won't just survive, you'll conquer the unexpected. This is the perfect holiday gift for the man of the house. Order directly now or purchase a digital gift card. This is a Rumble exclusive offer. Quantities are limited. Shop now and get $200 off today. Head to twc.health/Rubin and use code RumbleSale for $200 off plus free shipping. USA residents only.